Good morning. It's time to bake bread. All right, so first things first, here is my starter. And you can see a lot of growth, but I've fed it a couple of times. So about every 12 hours, I was giving it 3 tablespoons of flour and 2 tablespoons of water, and got quite a bit of my starter going. So that's kind of where we're at right now. You can sort of see the high water mark that I had. So my ingredients for making bread are pretty simple. So number one, you need 2 bowls. That big white bowl is going to be the bowl that I actually proof the dough in. Proofing is when you let the dough rise and fall. So I'm also going to be using it as a mixing bowl as well. So I need 3 2/3 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 1/4 or 1 3/4 teaspoons of salt, 1/3 cup of my starter, and then 1.5 plus 4 teaspoons of the water that I've been using, the dechlorinated water, and that should be at room temperature. So those are your 4 ingredients. And you have 2 bowls, one for your dry ingredients to be mixed in, and one for your wet ingredients to be mixed in. All right, let's get started. And you don't have to put my face in it. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my salt in with my flour, and I'm just going to mix that around. Just kind of get that mixed in so the salt is fairly distributed through the flour pretty well. Then I'm going to set that aside. And now I'm going to mix my wet ingredients. So I'm going to pour my starter. I'm going to use the water to kind of help get the starter out of the measuring cup. Make sure you got clean hands. You don't want to grow anything that you don't want to eat. All right, try that again, get more of that out. It's very sticky. My starter is very sticky and it has kind of a floury, sort of sour smell. It smells good. If you've ever had really good sourdough bread, it definitely smells good. So pretty excited about what we're gonna get. All right, so mix all my wet ingredients together. And I just want to stir that around. To make sure that that starter gets mixed in pretty well with the water. So that all those yeast get kind of spread apart, not all in one big clump. That looks pretty good. All right. So now I'm going to pour the wet, try to get as much of that starter to go with it as I can. Pour that into the flour. All right. And then I'm going to mix all this together, and I'm going to mix it for about 10 minutes because I want it to kind of react, and you'll see it starts to change. The clicking you hear is Stuart. He loves to cook. All right. Don't be afraid to get in and use your hands, as long as they're clean. All that off of my spatula. And remember, the flour is the food that the yeast eat. So You want to get that really mixed in to your dough. You don't want to have any extra. If you can help it. It's going to get super sticky. And also what you're doing when you knead it, is you are creating gluten, which is like strands of glue that kind of give the bread structure. And so you're doing some chemical reactions that are going to help make good bread. So keep this up for about 10 minutes. Just keep working it together. All right, you can stop it there. You can see everybody's super excited about baking bread. So we took the dough out and we added more flour, and I turned it out onto a floured cutting board so I could knead it. You can see kneading is this kind of using the heel of your hand and folding it over. What you're doing is really developing structure, and you can see it's starting to stick a bit to my cutting board. So I'm going to add some more flour. And one tip that I didn't follow was if you coat your hands in flour, they won't get all sticky like that. It'll help. So I'm just going to put some more flour on my cutting board and work that in. And I want to keep this up for about 15 or so minutes. And you can tell when your dough is ready because it'll be smooth, and if you grab some of it, it'll spring back pretty quickly. It may still be slightly sticky, but it won't be super, super sticky. And when we work it like this, we're helping develop gluten, and that gluten is really important. That's what helps the bread have that kind of spongy, airy structure to it. Otherwise, it'd just be like a big dough ball, which wouldn't be that great. Really smash into it. People who bake professionally have like super strong upper bodies because they work the dough so much. It's a very physical process. All right, it's starting to feel pretty good. I've got my dough. I had to knead it for quite a while and add, a little bit more flour, but then also keep my cutting board floured so it wasn't sticking to it. But you can see now if I press it, it springs back pretty quickly. So that's good. So now what I want to do is I want to proof it. And so I'm going to coat it with some oil, put some oil on it. And I also put some oil in the bottom of my proofing bowl. So I'm just going to kind of wipe this over the top of it. And then I've got this dough scraper. I'm going to use it to scrape my dough up off of the cutting board so I get as much of it as I can. Transfer my ball to my proofing bowl. And I just want to make sure I get it all coated in oil. I'm not trying to mix the oil into the dough. I'm just trying to coat the dough with the oil. And you should have kind of a little ball shape. down at the bottom of your bowl. All right, now I am going to cover that with a towel just so things don't get into it, but it lets it breathe, and let it sit for 12 hours and put it somewhere dark.